into Horror Month. Now, I'm going to make this very brief because this thing is already a half an hour long. So back in 2012, we went to Waverly Hills on a ghost hunt. And I put it up here on the channel, and it was over an hour long. I think it was like an hour and a half long. And, I mean, I showed everything. I showed the whole tour, I showed everything we went to, and everything we experienced, and everything we said. And I decided to shorten it down for Horror Month this year. And it's been such a long time ago, any of the new Maniacs on here has probably never seen it. And I thought it'd be fun to go back and revisit Waverly Hills. So this is our third real ghost hunt here for Waverly Hills. Enjoy! Waverly Hills opened its doors in 1910 as a two-story hospital to accommodate 40 to 50 tuberculosis patients. As the epidemic became worse, the hospital was forced to add an extra 400 rooms, and on October 17, 1926, the sanitarium, as it still stands now, became the world's leading facility for the seemingly uncurable disease. No one knows the exact death toll that occurred behind the closed doors of Waverly, but most believe it to be 8,000. Some claim 60,000, and even others will say over 100,000 people left the grounds of the sanitarium in one way. Waverly closed its doors in 1980, but it is said not everyone left. Shadows are still said to be seen walking the walls. Disembodied screams could be heard echoing in the darkness. Waverly Hills was a place of healing for some, but for others, it became their sentence for death. Tonight, the newly formed Just a Bunch of Ghost Pirates paranormal investigation group will step into the darkened, seemingly endless hallways, asking the same question many has done before us. Do the souls of the trapped and suffering still remain? Alright, we're about to head in there. You ready? You ready to go in there in pitch black darkness and walk around and see and talk to things?
Nope.
What? We're heading in. Let's go.
Not ready.
The few ghost devices that we have are the K2 meter, or better known as the EMF detector. EMF stands for electromagnetic fields. EMFs are emitted by every working electrical device. The K2 meter measures electromagnetic fields to identify appliances that produce high-level emissions. But in the paranormal field, EMF radiation is related to the presence of spirits. Which leads us to our next device, a temperature gun infrared thermometer with laser pointing. If there is a change in temperature, simply point this device in that location. And with a light-up screen, it's perfect for seeing in the dark. I'm going out in the hallway for a second.
Where are you going?
Out in the hallway.
Alright, yeah, let's follow up now. Don't want him just wandering off.
I need to follow all of them, you know, freak out.
Well, this is the room. This is the one that Taps was in. That's what I wanted to go into.
The one face. No, that's not the one. Come on.
This one?
What?
You see that? Yeah, look at it.
What?
I'm kind of violently going inside. Oh yeah, that's not. It would be, its momentum is done.
What's going on?
You missed it.
You missed it.
Yeah.
Too late now.
Yeah, the ball was moving.
Oh, over there?
Yeah.
Now stop.
Yeah, it went to do its final rock to settle and then it whipped back. and then started to teeter.
Well, I noticed that with the other ball.
So you want to
Well, the
play?
other ball was
Yeah, no.
dodgy. This one was good.
No, this one can do a complete stop.
Yeah, it went to a complete stop and continued on. About,
Like right around there.
yeah, well, it went about as far out as,
The ground is up
yeah.
there, though.
See how it's only slightly going? It went all the way past the thing.
I just thought it was around somewhere. It did come to a stop, but it was like here,
So you can only get so far and then you can punch it back.
and then it moved.
So I am placing this here. If you want to try to light it up,
Put it in the ones in here.
it's been a solid green this entire time. It has not even moved.
They were saying there's more activity in these boxes.
I think the smallest person could fit in
Nope,
there.
nope, nope,
No.
nope.
After you said
pull it
something
out.
about the leaves, I didn't really feel like getting in there myself.
Because it can pull out.
No.
Hold on, hold on.
Ooh. Oh.
WD-40.
Yes, it does.
Any of your ghosts have WD-40? Excuse me, I'm sorry.
What? I'm not walking out, I'm stepping into the doorway.
So Dave, what are you doing?
Oh,
You record me all the time. Guess whose turn it is?
you got a camera?
Oh yes, I do.
What's happening? Can you see me okay?
I can actually. Dripping right off your nose.
Do we want to turn the lights on and see if they work?
No, let's not. Let's definitely not do that.
There's a whole lighting rig up there, look.
Oh,
Yeah,
Can you
that's
see
what I'm
all right?
talking about.
holy crap.
What the hell?
It's a puzzle piece. No, wait, it's Jack's. What the?
So we're playing Jack?
Yeah, they have toys for the kids, remember from that?
Yeah, don't step on them though. I would imagine that would hurt.
This is where the bar is.
The bathroom.
It may be, or it could be a gateway to hell.
It's a bathroom.
bathroom.
And it hasn't been flushed either, yeah.
Find a
Is that a
water.
mirror? Yep.
Yeah, they might have the water turned off when they're not running.
All right, everybody, what's your poison?
Shiny.
So has anybody seen anything yet? Heard anything?
Activity.
Huh.
Here's a
You are getting activity?
Everyone keeps serving the beer.
Check it out.
Yeah, we also have a
Okay.
power light switch right next to you.
Where?
Jack, to the right.
Right here.
in the wall.
Where it's coming from?
No.
No?
I bet it is.
Hold on.
Must be from.
What's behind this door?
Nothing.
And it's not anything against the wall? Right there. What's this? Nope. Against one.
Well, I suspect electric. I mean, this is the only spot we come across some live wires.
Yeah, I don't think we really walked out here.
Well, there's a camera up
We
there,
only
too.
went
Yeah,
out
just
there
turn
on
it
the
towards the camera.
thing and then we went straight up.
Yes, it's the camera.
Aww.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the camera.
Just the part.
You've been discredited.
Unfortunately. This is the room for where Timmy is, correct?
Timmy and sometimes Mary.
Let's do this. They said that they spread out.
I'm just making positive
Guys, chop us up.
Where that one girl, what is her name?
Mary.
Mary.
Spread out.
Build the tower.
Sound off.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now we're gonna do the big one.
Let's play with the big ball.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, maybe it's charged up.
It was deflected. What happened?
I don't think we have any cords.
Was that the pole?
They're on top of the other.
This one's still.
So how many people can say they played soccer with a ball in a haunted sanitarium? I can't indeed say that.
Here we go.
Anybody want to come dance with us? Come up dance with us? Come up dance? Come up dance?
Down there either.
Is that a ghost train? Hello? Anybody here?
Has anybody felt any wiggly, like weird vibes yet?
No.
I haven't felt that.
I just felt weird on my feet, like the floor's not steady or something.
Alright, hang on.
I would stick close to the wall. Don't try to push me over. I will smack you.
We are currently going down the death tunnel. This is where they threw all the bodies.
It's gonna be a long way back up.
That's right, we can do it.
What's down at the end anyway? We're eventually.
Bodies.
Well, like we said, it used to be a lot longer. It's been a lot of closed up, I think.
Hang on, stop for a second. Stop for a second. See if you hear anything.
Oh, there's the end. There it is. Not that far, actually.
You gotta take a picture?
Come on, ghost.
Do something. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Ghost crickets. So they just rolled the bodies down this ramp?
Oh, what was originally at the bottom of this is it goes out to an entrance at the bottom of a hill where the hearses would come around and pick them up.
Right. And they just like rolled them on the
Because
ramp down here?
so many people died that they didn't want them rolling out through the front. Or, you know, so they had this, so no one would see all these bodies were going out. Damn, this is far.
Well, that's what he said. It's a lot farther than you probably think it was. I mean, it's blocked off, isn't it?
Pretty much. I mean, like you said, it used to go a lot farther, but
Oh, they blocked it off.
yeah.
Alright. We haven't been very impressed with you so far.
I don't think we're on the wrong floor today.
Yep. Can you move any of these doors?
You guys like the upper floors? Those are stuck. They've moved and we're in trouble. Oh crap. We have no way out.
Alright. Can you do anything so we know that you're here? Whatsoever?
They said if you were alone in here, it'd freak the shit out of you. I don't know about this electrode thing working at all. I think they went down this way. They try to scare us, I'm gonna punch one of them in the face. We knew.
502. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted rooms in here. Nurse had a kid and had an abortion and apparently stuffed it down the drain over here and then went and hung herself. So, some breeze moving those. So it's supposed to be a very haunted area right here, but turn my light off so you can see anything.
Sorry.
Looks like my tape is running out.
Fred, don't invite them all over here. Yep, you're getting to the red. Where is it?
Ooh, we're getting some stuff over here.
Come on, a little further, guys. You can do it. Just sap the light.
We're getting some activity. It's right here.
This isn't very precise, is it?
Yeah, well, right here. Something's going on.
Oh, red.
Ooh, oh,
Nice. About the most we're probably going to get tonight.
oh my God. It's going crazy. Is there somebody over here? Can you speak to us? Take some pictures, yes.
Hope I got a
And that went off.
flash.
Here.
My energy is a little low on this thing.
It's going crazy.
It was going crazy, now it's kind of calmed down again. I took pictures all around, I haven't seen anything. Turn my flash.
Well, there it goes.
It's going nuts.
Yeah, right here.
Come on, kid, let's play. Wait a minute, this is psychiatric ward.
Can you get it up to the red? Well, the yellow's good, but let's try to get to the red. Come on, we can get to the red. A little bit more.
That wind's real strong, that ball has a mind of its own right now. Look at that ball.
Where is it?
I kicked it and it's kind of going all on its own.
It's going crazy. And it's just right in that area right here.
You guys kick the ball back to me? Or is it just rolling on its own, guys? Might be the light. Might be the wind up here affecting that.
I mean, what right here? What is right here? Nothing?
I don't know, maybe there's something down on the next floor.
But now it's going in the red. Holy cow. Hey guys! Get over here. This thing's going nuts.
You can chase it away if you all come over.
87, 89, 88.
And turn all the camera, all the lights off.
Except the red.
Is anybody here with us?
Say it now, say it now. Be proud.
Make some noise. Hey, go over on the other side over here.
I'm losing it again. Whatever it is, not staying.
Oh,
Found it again.
Are you finding the same lights in the same areas?
No, different areas.
This thing has been dead all night long, so there's something happening right in this area. Right here.
That's not how the song goes.
It's right here, whatever it is.
Is there one here?
Can you make it go up to the red?
Again, you had it going well.
It went up to the red one time.
I'm kicking it.
Okay.
Oh, now it's, oh, there it goes.
Did it go red?
Almost.
I'm kicking this ball around, guys.
Please come closer.
It's going nuts.
That's neat.
We just. If you want to tell us anything, might be the time.
Ghosts. They exist. There's no point in pissing them off.
What was the nurse's name? Do you remember?
No, I don't. Can you tell us?
It went to red when you looked away. Did you see it?
Uh-oh, that battery's dying. Sucking my battery dry. It was half full a minute ago.
Let me see. What is this?
You tell us that you're the nurse that was in here. You're the nurse that hung themselves and had the abortion.
Or did someone else do it to you?
Did somebody murder you? If so, can you go in the red? Let us know.
Way too many questions there. Okay, slow down.
Too many questions. They're dead.
Oh, it's in the red.
Sorry about that. Comment.
So you are the nurse that was in here?
It's true.
The nurse that hung themselves?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you someone else?
Do anything about it.
Are you somebody else or you're the nurse? If you're somebody else, can you make it go in the red? If you're the nurse, can you make it go in the red?
The lights get higher when you get closer to it. Step closer to it and it'll make it light up more.
One more light. Let us know that you're there. That's crazy.
We want to hear your story. Tell us. We want to listen.
Were you murdered here? Did somebody murder you? Make it go in the red. Wow.
You filming this?
Yeah. It's in the red.
Do you think, is that the highest it goes? Is red?
Yeah.
Or does it go have one more?
It was red. So, did they take your kid and murder your kid as well? Oh. That's freaky. First off, I gotta say my experience at Waverly Hills Sanitarium was amazing. I absolutely loved every minute I was there, and we actually investigated for about 8 hours. And my first experience, and none of this was actually caught on film because, well, I'll explain in a minute, but the first experience we had was, it was pretty late in the night. I mean, we only had about 2 or 3 more hours left in the place. And so we were all heading back down to what's called the safe room, which is where the air conditioning was. So we were all heading back down there, and the door was locked. So we remembered the guide that took us through the tour saying that he was later in the night, if anybody wanted to go with him, he would go upstairs and see if he could get any of the ghosts to come out or talk to them and see if we could experience anything. So we all assumed, he was upstairs with the other group of people. So we all headed upstairs and found him up on the 3rd floor, and he was with the other group of people that we went with. And they were all sitting in this far end of this hallway, all up against the walls. So we went down there and joined them. And one of the other people from the other group had a laser pointer. And the person set the laser pointer right in the center of the hallway and pointed it down at the end of the hallway. And none of the lights were on. All the lights were totally off. So all you seen was this red dot at the end of the hallway. And this is why I didn't record any of this, because if I had opened up my camera, it would have let all this light into the hallway with the viewfinder, and, it would have kind of ruined the experience because it had to be pitch black for this. So anyway, he took this laser pointer, put it right in the middle of the hallway, and we were all lined up on both sides of the hall, and shined it down there, and all you seen was just the single red dot down there. That was it. And then the dot just started moving by itself. And it was the most amazing, freaky thing I've ever seen. And as one of the other investigators, Pete, pointed out, was that it wasn't like moving like somebody would move it, like they would hold the pointer and jerk it, and it was moving very smoothly in just like a very smooth fashion. And the pointer itself was sitting right in front of me. I mean, right in front of my feet, so nobody was touching it. And nobody was around it. It was right in the middle of the hallway. And it just continued moving down the end of the hallway as if somebody was just taking it and moving the dot and having fun playing with the laser pointer down there. So yeah, that was amazing. The next experience, which was probably the biggest experience the whole night, really, for me, was he took us down to this one room. I think it was in the lobby area. And he was doing this ghost hunter trick. Is you take a flashlight like this, and you turn it on, but you barely turn it to the point where it's not on and not off. So it's kind of like in between the two, where it'll barely come on like that, and then eventually go out like this. And, there's a lot of controversy about this, that, yeah, it's not real, that it's... there are websites debunking this whole thing about how the science of this light coming on and off has something to do with the electronics inside of it and whatnot. And if this is true or not, I don't know, but I'm just going to tell you what happened when I was there. So we were sitting in this lobby area, and we were up against the walls, and it was like it went down to a dead end. It ended on the right side just by a wall. There was nothing down there. And over on the left hand side, the guide, when I turned this on halfway, half off, so it still has not come back on yet. The guide put one of these flashlights down at the end of the hallway and just set it there and started asking questions. Now, in theory, what's supposed to happen if you ask a ghost a question, the light will come on. Come on. So, anyway, one of the questions he asked was, do you not want me here? And when he asked that, the light came on. So he's like, okay, guys, well, I'm leaving. So he got up and left, and the two other investigators, Becky and Pete, also got up and left, which left me, Alyssa, and Drew sitting in this room with this other group of people that was with us.
But the thing was that a couple people who were still interviewing in the hospital lobby room where we were at, believed like, oh, it's a kid trying to communicate with us. While I don't know if anyone else felt that at the time, but I didn't think it was actually a kid talking to us, because some of the questions seemed very, and how they were answered. For one particular moment, when we asked it if it was a boy or girl, and then one of the other investigators with us said other, and the light came on. But then someone else asked the similar question.
And one of the questions, was, are you male? Are you female? Are you a child? And as soon as they said child,
the flashlight, boom, on, off.
The light came on and off like instantly. It's the only time it did that.
And every other time it took about 30 seconds to a minute for the flashlight to slowly flicker on and off, except for that one time. So I kind of felt that something was amiss. And when I went to go talk to the nurse, after we were done investigating, she talked to her group who left with our guide, and they were discussing our interview with the ghost, and he believed the same thing that I thought, that it wasn't actually a ghost child or anything, it was a demonic entity.
So then I started asking questions. I asked, I knocked twice. That's like, I'm going to knock twice, and if you're here, can you make a noise? As soon as I did that, down at the end of the hallway, which was just, there's nobody down there, it was cut off, I heard a slight knock by itself. And I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I said, is that you? Can you turn the light on? As soon as I said that, the light came on in the hallway and then went back off. So I was like, all right, maybe this is a coincidence. So, I tried it again. I said, okay, if that was you, can you do it one more time? And I went and knocked. And then on the opposite side of the hallway towards where the light was, you heard another noise. It just went, just slight noise. And I was like, if that was you, can you turn the light back on? As soon as I said that again, the light came back on. That just seems like too much of a coincidence. And also, while we were sitting there, the whole time, we said nothing. We were just sitting there in quiet. The light did not come on a single time. Only when we asked a question did the light come on and then go back off. At no other point did the light come on. And we would sit there and not ask a question because we were trying to think of what to say, and never did the light come on. But then as soon as somebody came up with a question and asked it, the light came on. So again, is it scientific proof that the ghosts are talking to you through the flashlight? No. I'm just telling you my personal experience while I was in Waverly. So yeah, that was an amazing experience, and the whole entire time I was there was just incredible. And as you can see, the light while I'm talking here has never come on, even though it's barely between the two. I just barely turn it and bring it on and turn it off. It has never come back on. So it's up for you to decide.
Prior to our interview with the ghost, we were in a hallway, which was supposed to have high activity of danger. And during that time, I heard, when we were all sitting there quiet, I heard like something coming towards us from where the lobby direction was. Like something was coming closer. Every 10 to 15 seconds I'd hear a knock or like a thump, like something getting closer, but nothing ever messed with our flashlight. So eventually we all picked up and left. But when I talked to a couple of the other investigators a couple days later, turns out the nurse who was with us, she felt like she was getting sick to her stomach, and that's the only time she felt that feeling was in that hallway when we were trying to call this thing out. And another investigator, his name was Ben, and he was having a weird feeling vibes, and that was the only time I felt weird too, was in that hallway. But I felt on edge there. Like I felt like something was making me feel more and more aggressive. Like aggressive thoughts in my head while we were sitting in that hallway. I think the most pronounced visual thing I saw for actual ghost figure wise was we were up on the 5th floor, and we were on the mental patient side, and across the way there's the pediatric side, or children ward area, and you see straight through from the light from outside, even though it was night. And when I was looking straight through the doorway, I saw a shoulder. It was like about maybe waist high, and I saw a pair of shoulders and a head actually peek out from the doorway and go back in.
Being that we were all in the same group, we pretty much experienced the same stuff, which I feel like helps validate some of the stuff that other people saw. I mean, especially if we talk about it afterward. I mean, if you go, hey, look, did you see that? Of course you're going to see it. Your mind's going to tell you you're going to see it. But if you see something, kind of make mental note of it, and like some of the stuff that happened thereafter, you can kind of reference it. Like, hey, did you see that apparition that came after, right after, you know, so-and-so said something? Like, yeah, I did see that. Kind of validates it a little better.
The only things that happened in my presence was the flashlight thing, and I don't consider that to be any kind of conclusive evidence at all.
Yes, it is haunted.
Absolutely.
I didn't see any evidence to me that would indicate anything either way. Yes or no?
So there's a big question. Do I think that Waverly was haunted? I have to say this is my third ghost investigation I've been on. The first was Lent Mansion. The second was St. Augustine Lighthouse in Florida. And, you know, this being my third investigation, and some of the things we experienced in the last two places weren't all that impressive, but Waverly was crazy active. I mean, there were things happening all night long, like the lights going on and off, like my EMF K2 meter going on and off, going crazy that night. Yeah, so I would have to say with a definite yes, absolutely, Waverly Hills is haunted. That's freaky. So there you go. There was our ghost hunt from Waverly Hills. Going back and watching that, I had forgotten a lot of the stuff that happened there. And it was crazy. It really was. It was nuts. A lot of the stuff, too, which we didn't film, there was bats there. That's one of the things I remember. There was lots of bats. And we would be walking down these just pitch black corridors, and we'd hear, and like above our heads, you could hear the bats flying above your head. And it happened all night long. And the first time it happened, we're like, oh my God, what was that? And then we almost got used to it. It didn't really bother us anymore. Like, oh, there goes some bats, you know? But I would love to go back and do it again. I mean, to this day, that is still the most impressive, most active place I've ever been. It was so much fun, and it was hot. We went there in the middle of August. That's the other thing watching that I remembered. There was no air conditioning in the place. It had to be probably 95, 100 degrees the entire night. We were in there for 8 hours, and it was just hot. But it was awesome, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. And I really want to get a group together and go out and do more ghost hunts because it's so much fun. That's the last one I actually did way back in 2012. So I need to do some more because they're so much fun. I'm hoping you're enjoying Horror Month this year. I mean, it was a whole lot of work for everybody. And some of this stuff I'm tacking on the end here is just some bonus stuff that I've been wanting to post for a while. And I figured, oh, hey, Horror Month is a good time. So again, thanks for watching, and enjoy Horror Month, and enjoy October, and enjoy Halloween here in a few days.